Okay. Hi. If anyone's in right now, say hi in the chat. Hello. Okay, time to run through the stocks. Stock. What are we looking at today? What are we looking at today? Okay. Hmm. Solution has been running quite high. It hit almost 100% over the past like 2 weeks. And then with the news on Malaysia not getting the news of Malaysia not getting the vaccine yet, I'm expecting a pullback soon, either today or tomorrow. Uh, it's for Bintai, not too extended, but I mean it's gonna follow this structure. They usually go hand in hand. I won't be surprised if opens up around here, and then gives a big dip like that, maybe all the way down. So yeah, I'm looking for this structure or solution. This is gonna be the main trade that I'm looking out for this morning. Oil and gas. Apparently, oil prices have been going up. A little bit, yeah. Oil has been going up. So, naturally, the oil refineries are gonna follow. So, Hengyan and Petron M, both oil related. Hengyan has been moving quite a lot. And recently, so last Friday, hit high volume. So I expect some continuation today. What's the high so far? The recent high is about $6. So over $6 might be a small entry depending on how fast it hits. Euro stock that I bought last week, right here, did not break down as much as I expected. So still a lot of potential to crack down further. So I'm gonna keep this on my watch list for this morning. Gloves seems super dead as usual. Unfortunate. But I stopped looking at gloves now. I'm just gonna look at it just as an interest, not really for trading at this point. I had a look at the rest. There was not much going on. Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute to the 1 minute to the bell. See if we can get this structure and solution. First potential bounce zone is probably here. Here. 160-ish. Okay, let's see. Can we get a dip? So yeah, it opened around here. See what it can give us. Have a look at Heng Yuan. Wow, these gapped up hard, man. These gapped up real hard. Even Euro gapped up so much. Wow, in Supermax, what happened here? Damn. Why did Supermax fall so much? Give it a few minutes. Hopefully we can see some selling action on solution. Looks like the oil and gas, the oil refineries are moving high. Doesn't look like I can find a proper entry on this. It's the orders are a bit scary. It's a bit thin. So there's only like 5,000 on the buy and sell compared to the. Ooh. Try to find entry here on Supermax for this dip. What is happening here? Well, it broke the $8 support line, so try to look for a dip buy off of the next support line of 780, 790. Continue to dip. A bit of buying happening around here. I might look if it can start to curl up a bit. I might enter around 795, looking for a light rebound. Where did this come from? Huge random red candle. Icon. This is I tried to catch a buy order at 7.8, but didn't get filled, unfortunately. Fine. Okay, solution giving a bit of a sell off. Not as much as I want it to go. Wow, oil refinery flying. Okay. See how far I can go. Hang Yuan. Top percent gainer for the day, up 10%. You're watching Supermax. I might get an entry here. Maybe not. If it can break 7.92, I'm dropping a small size. Doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. There's just no buying happening right now. Solution is not giving us the volume that we want to see, so gotta keep waiting patiently. These stocks are a bit extended. Let's, even if it dips hard, it's gonna be quite hard to find entry due to how illiquid it is. By illiquid, I mean there's just not much. There's just not many shares being traded. Like for Heng Yuan, right? You can see that there's only like 70 lots on each order, 70, 100 lots on each order. So if a stock, if it fails, it's going to be quite hard to exit the stock compared to a stock like Supermax, where there's like hundreds of orders each level, or like Solution, where there's like thousands of orders. So the more supply and demand there is, it's easier for you to sort of jiggle your way out, you know, get out on time, so to say, instead of getting trapped. Because I've had instances where I want to sell at, let's say, $6, 6 ringgit, but because I'm holding a huge size and there's no buy orders, for example, I'm holding like 5,000 shares, but there's only 1,000 there's only a 1,000 share buy order. I end up selling in like many chunks, and then my average sell price is a lot lower than I intended. Oh shit. Hi. Hi, Jin. Okay, Supermax with a small I actually got my order filled here. 788. I decided to put a small order here in case it decided to push up. And also, I did not realize I got another fill here as well. So I'm actually in Supermax right now, surprisingly. I did not even notice. That is weird. So Supermax to about 20,000 shares in so far. Looking to ride it all the way up back above 8. Looking for it to break 8. That's where major selling resistance will be. Looking okay so far. Decent amount of buying support. Let you see the orders. It's bouncing around. Yeah, it's consolidating right under 8. So it seemed to not be able to hold 8 levels. So I sold half. I sold half into 96. So half a bit here. Not ideal. Not really ideal. Looks like if it breaks below VWAP, I will sell the rest of my size. You can see right now it's just not clearing orders at all. So my stop out is at 793. If it hits 793, I'm selling the rest of my size. No dip on solution, just a lot of weakness. These oil stocks might be gearing up for a breakout. Maybe I'll have a look at it after I clear my Supermax. Yeah, I'm clearing the rest of my shares, selling them into this. That's okay. That is a small gain. Quite a small gain. Maybe like $500. So this was the entry that I looked for. On the curling action upwards, I tried to catch it on a small dip. I did not notice that this order was filled, but I guess I managed to sell it slightly above break even. Probably just enough to cover my costs, my commissions. So after commissions, maybe about $500. Small padder. I wonder what happened to Supermax. Why is it selling off so hard? The other gloves are fine. It looks like they're fine. Just Supermax. The only news it's had so far is that it's going to be included in KLCI. Yeah, it's joining Bursa KLCI index. And it wants to list in Singapore as well. So I'm surprised. Oh, maybe the quarterly results have been released internally and then it's under expectation. So insiders are starting to sell most of their position. Maybe. This is not really an ideal trade, to be honest. Because usually when I buy dips, I want to look for strong rebounds, but you can see here there was a lot of buying pressure with the long bottom tails. That means that the stock price dropped, but the buyers managed to push it back up to about 790. But there's just no volume coming in after. Nobody wants to buy. So it's best to just let go of the position once the momentum fails, especially on a dip buy. And solution is back. Okay. Out of nowhere. Don't know where this came from. Don't know where all of this volume suddenly came from. But if you wanted to, you could have entered around here. 1.85. I did not. The next potential that I'm looking at is Heng Yuan for a potential breakout entry. But if I were to play this stock, my sizing will be very small, just as a in case I can't exit on time due to the low liquidity. What do you mean you're late? The day just started, man. Solution with the false breakout. You can see it popped above the day high, but no continuation, even though the volume is so high. I'm surprised. It might continue in a few minutes, maybe, if you can maintain this level. Seems like a lot of people are just trying to take profit right now. But my overall outlook on solution is that it's way too overextended. On the daily chart, you can see that it has been just climbing up every single day. With only one significant pullback at the at the end of November. Other than that, it's just been moving upwards. I mean, this is a good build up for us because we take advantage of movement of overextended stocks like these to try and catch a dip buy, because stocks eventually come down, right? So similar to Gets, where it ran for 2 weeks straight non-stop, and Vivocom, who ran about 300% as well. They all ended the same way, with a nice big dip. After running few days, the people who are holding the stocks will eventually want to take profit, and then if it so happened that everybody wants to exit at the same time, you get a dumb dip like this, which doesn't make sense, but that is the type of stuff we capitalize on. So many dip opportunities. So for solution, I'm going to expect the same thing. It started to dip a bit already on Friday. We'll see if it keeps extending. Maybe if it pushes all the way up to 2 ringgit, Then over the next few days, I'll be constantly watching it for any potential dip buys. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it alone because there's no breakout pattern that I see. Heng Yuan is selling off, so the breakout pattern is broken as well. Because I usually want to see it go sideways, but since it broke the structure, let it be. Supermax is still slowly bleeding out. Euro is just dead. Nothing is happening here. See if there's any news. Window dressing. Oh, we got downgraded. Malaysia's long-term foreign currency issuer. Da 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 da. But yeah, I think earnings season is coming up, so there should be a lot of penny stock movement, especially those who report like surprise earnings. Doesn't look like there's much movement today. IOIPG, Petron M. So these two oil stocks are the largest percent gainers of the day. Even though Petron is only traded 1 million volume. But for the stock this price, it's okay. IOIPG is also moving up based on the screener. What else? Resource, Reservoir Link, Turba, Dynamic, all showing up on the scanners. Okay, you see a good upward trend forming, breaking all the recent resistances. But again, this bar is following the pattern of all the other refinery stocks. You can see a strong morning move, sell off into a second sell off, similar strong morning move, sell off into a second sell off. So if I were to play this, I might as well play Heng Yuan, which is the main driver of this move. Seems like Supermax is forming a really good support at 785, so I would not be surprised if it starts moving up from here on. If it can break 790, or will it keep dropping downwards? Yep, here we go. I think here onwards it's just gonna break $8 as well. But I'm not gonna try and enter this. I'm not gonna try and predict the movement. So let's just leave it at the side and see how it goes later. Just to keep track of it. Seems like Bintai had a lot of moves. 7-cent move. Pretty good. Back to solution. Any other news? Vietnam remains world's top cashew exporter. Nice. Plastic reduction. Doesn't look like there's much news happening. You can see it's gonna start just moving up from here. Everything else doesn't look that great either. Serba dynamic. Like I said, I might as well play Heng Yuan. IOI. It hasn't pulled back enough for my liking. For a breakout pattern. Like for how much it has gained in the morning, I expect it to dip a bit more. Maybe if we could come down here and consolidate, it'll be a lot more comfortable. A lot more solid consolidation. If you're in the stream and you haven't liked it, please help me just punch the like button. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you. Just hit the like button below so that one day I can cash in those likes. Now the true test for Supermax is if it can break 8 ringgit. I don't think it will have a problem this time. Doesn't look like the resistance is too heavy compared to earlier. I'll keep an eye on IOI. Gets hit my alert. Why? Why did Gets hit my alert? What for? Oh, it's just slowly bleeding out. Gets is a gone case. Gone case. MA steel, L steel. Maybe after a few days it can fly. TN logistics as well. One of those runners who need some time to consolidate before giving a bigger move. Just keeping it on my alerts for now. Okay, let's see Supermax. It's gonna break 8. Yep. There we go. After it breaks 8, I mean, probably up to 8.15 and rejection. I mean, it's easy, not say easy, but it's easy to say, oh, it can go up, but it's just not worth risking it. Because if you try to predict a trade, if you try to predict the movement 100 times, you'll probably lose 80 times. This is one of the 20 odd cases where you predict it to move up and it actually moves up. But I do not recommend buying into a stock to predict a movement. Petro time. Yeah, hopefully we can see the oil and gas stocks maintaining this level and give us more highs. I don't think I'll play IOI either. It's just not a nice setup at all. Even though it could be considered a breakout if it breaks the day high, but it just doesn't look good enough. What's up with the gap ups, man? It's insane. Very quiet Monday. Very quiet Monday. The only trade I've taken so far is this dip trade on Supermax that didn't really work out. So I cut it as soon as possible. Everything else just doesn't have much to it. Very quiet Monday. Very quiet Monday. Manufacturing. Yeah, so probably to the rest of the morning, you just gotta wait for any setups to form for us. If not today, looks like day with zero trades. Like we won't get anything for the next 30 minutes. Maybe if either one of the pharmaceuticals, Bintai or Solution, if they can form sort of this pattern later in the day, then I might potentially trade it closer to the afternoon. But for now, there's just nothing going on. It seems like Ringgit has been strengthening against dollar. If you guys have any questions, just leave them in the chat. I'll try to answer them since not much is happening right now. And this is just part of the life of trading in Bursa. When you don't get any volume, when you don't get any favorable moves that fit your criteria, you just wait. And that's fine because you don't have to trade every single day. As long as you're protecting your capital. So trade when there's opportunities, but when there's nothing happening, make sure you don't lose it. Don't force anything, don't force any trades. Okay. For those who are in the live stream right now, I'll give you a teaser of the upcoming video that I'm about to drop soon. I'm gonna review two stocks, mainly Vivocom and Gets, and how how to capitalize on stocks that run up, like how to capitalize on stocks that have a crazy run up. As you can see, Gets just kept moving up and just kept giving trading opportunities for both breakout trading and for dip buying. So many potential breakout trades. So one here, another one here, one breakout here, another breakout here, then another small breakout here. So a small dip here, small dip, more breakouts, and obviously the mother of all dips. So over the span of like 3-4 days, there are like 4 to 5 trading opportunities just on one stock, you know. So I'm just gonna run through why these stocks can be traded and how I try and anticipate a breakout or a dip on these kind of stocks. Even like, for example, on Vivocom as well. Very similar logic to Gets. Just kept running up and kept giving breakout opportunities. Like right here, breakout going up here. Then more breakouts, more and more breakouts. A lot of dip buy opportunities. Huge, nice dip here. More breakouts here. And obviously more dips here. So look out for the video. I'm going to drop it hopefully this week. So that you can be better prepared to look out for runners like these, multi-day runners like these in the future. And another one that's building right now is Solution. Right, you see that the volume is there. 50 million a day, 70 million a day. And there's just no significant sell-off so far. So when everybody who has been accumulating shares over here, right? You see a lot of accumulation here, and accumulation here. And just every day, there's just more and more accumulation happening, right? Around here. So those who bought in these chunks, eventually they will start to sell. And when they all start to sell at the same time, then we get those irrational, gigantic dips. And we just wait for that. Because one of those trades is worth waiting 2 weeks for. One of those trades will, one of those wins will add up to about 5 to 7 of your normal trades. Again, pushing back up today high. Do I try to enter on this? That is the question. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to play that, honestly. This is so extended already. The reason why I don't like to play breakouts that don't consolidate, like don't have a nice consolidation around the mid level, is because if it dips down this much, right, by the time it comes back up here, everybody who bought around here are already ready to sell because they're trying to buy low and then sell into resistance. So it's just two different traders who are in this stock right now. Those who buy and then sell the resistance, and those who wait for consolidation, they are not in the stock. So you can predict that majority of the people who are holding this share, the majority of the people who are holding this share are probably going to sell around this area. So yeah, like I just mentioned, most of the people will sell here. So if it sells off, and then if it consolidates around here like this, then I'll try to get an entry, because that is when breakout traders like us, like me, that is when we are more confident to enter. Oh my god, I don't know when I muted my mic, but Yuan doing great. Even drop also can hold. Strong fundamental combined with our skill. Sure, it can be fundamentally strong, but my strategy, the way I trade, my strategy, I can't hold more than a few minutes, because if there is momentum, I trade based on momentum basically. If there is buying momentum moving up, my entry is usually around here, and I sell right here, right as the stock starts to move down, right? Even if the stock does this, I'm still selling around here, and then I'll buy in again here. I'll buy in again here, and then if the stock continues, you can expect me to sell around here, around here. So that's how I trade usually. And that is why I can go in with massive size, because I only risk a small amount. So when I enter, I risk like this much. I risk 5 cents. I don't go and risk like huge ranges, because that's just not my trading style. Yeah, some people, they might trade it like this. They might trade it on like a 5-minute chart, and they might buy in somewhere here, they might enter somewhere here. When they see a confirmation, let's say it breaks the V up, right, and they might sell if it hits below, if it breaks below the pivot. So if it breaks below the previous low, then they'll sell down here, right? That's a valid trading strategy as well, but I am not familiar with that one. So that's the logic and reasoning behind why I don't hold them. Just waiting to see if it has enough to push back up to 628. Give us that breakout that we are looking for. Looks like it's maintaining quite well at the 625, 628 level. But the float on the liquidity on each level is just not nice at all, man. I don't know. It's just so little shares. So if I usually buy my size of like 300 to 500 lots, if I were to sell it, I would clear every single order down to like 622. So that's why I don't really like trading this because it's just so illiquid. I won't be able to enter and exit comfortably. But I might take a stab at it at 628 for like maybe a third of my size. Maybe 100 lots, 628. Looking for a push all the way up to like 635, 640. Okay, you can see that they're starting to clear. I'm in for small amount right here. I'm gonna try and catch a small trade on this. Not planning to add anything at all. Gonna hold my small size. So hang in. I mean, 628, 100 lots. Target price currently 635. But honestly, looking for it to break 640. Little bit of sell off, but stocks like these, it's like pros and cons lah, right? There's always a good and bad thing about stocks. The good thing is that with low liquidity like this, low float, where there's just so little orders at every level, it's really easy to push the stock price up, right? Because clear, let's say 6 ringgit 30 cents, all you need is 6,000 ringgit, 60,000 ringgit to clear the whole 6 ringgit 30 cents level, compared to a stock like Solution, right, where you have 600,000 orders at 1 ringgit 84 cents. You take about 1 million ringgit to clear just this price level. So the total amount of money needed to be pumped into the stock is a lot less when the float is very light. The bad thing is it's impossible to sell large size, so it's hard to enter big lah. So currently in at 638 at the green arrow. I'm currently in 638. Target price was 635. Hit the target, but I'm still holding for the big move, mainly because I'm holding such a small size. It doesn't matter if it goes down a few ticks on me. I'm planning to take half my profit at 640. If it can break above 640, I'm punching up. Okay. So sold half my size into 640 right here, just to take some profit. Holding the remaining 5,000 shares. Stopping out at 635. If it drops back down to 635, I'm out. If not, I'm gonna sell when I see selling pressure. So right now, you can see the orders are pretty balanced on both sides, slowly pushing up. It's a big buy order at 640, so I don't expect it to drop below 640 anytime soon. But 647 is a previous pivot point. You can see 647 is the next previous high, but this was in March 2019. So I won't be surprised if it starts to reject this level. Yeah, we're seeing some rejection already because of the huge selling or huge sell order around 649 and 650. I'm gonna look to sell my remaining size at 647. It's okay if it continues moving up, that's fine. I'm managed to catch my target already. Yep, okay. I'm all out. So that was a nice quick trade. Uh nice quick trade on Heng Yuan. Entry at 628. Entry at 628. About 100 lots, 628, 100 lots. Caught the momentum moving upwards, sold half into 640. With a target price of 635, I sold half into 640, so there was a 5-cent bonus already. And then I sold the rest at about 646, 647. So a nice simple trade. Even though the stock managed to break 650, it's probably just going to keep flying upwards, to be honest. But that's okay. A lot of buying support going into it now. So quick calculation on that trade. The net. So a quick 1.5. 1.5k. Could have made a bit more, but well. So for instances like this, even if you sold a bit early, right, that is fine. If you were to try and chase it again, in my experience, whenever I try to chase, right, when you don't have a target, right, when you start chasing, you don't have a target to sell, it's just not worth it, It's just not worth chasing it because you will either break even or take a loss. Wow, look, okay. Huge red candle coming in. So it worked out in the end, you see? If I were to hold and wait for a red candle to sell, I would have sold at the same areas. Obviously, it's hard to find a good method to catch the maximum move. But as long as you follow the strategy and you take profit at your target, count the rest as just a bonus. So just be glad that you caught more than what your target is supposed to be. Heng Yuan dipping down. Max no volume. Lintine solution still sitting flat. I might keep an eye on Serba dynamic. Alert around 2 cents below the day high. So this might be able to build up into a good breakout later in the day. It is holding quite well. It's holding its morning gain quite well. Slightly below the VWAP, which is fine. As long as it hugs below the VWAP and doesn't break down too much. Whoa, okay. Well, there you go. That's why you don't hold too long, because you never know, man. Big candles can form. You never know when these will form. It's nearing 10 o'clock, so just gonna have a quick conclusion to the stream. Let me just have a look at this first. Yep, tech. Wow. It's a lot of extension. It's a lot of extension from this stock. Okay, I might keep an eye on this if it builds something like this. I mean, if you've been in my previous streams, or if you've watched my breakout strategy video, you already know what to look for. And this is always a nice sign because it fulfills the first part of the criteria. Next, I want to see it drop and flatline. Okay, so I'll keep an eye on Hyaptech. Okay, I'm just gonna summarize the stream today. Not much volume on most of the stocks. Oil has been giving us some moves upwards, but very short bursts like this. So I played 2 trades today. One on Supermax. This is not an ideal trade. This is... Honestly, I should not have taken this trade, but since it gapped down and dipped quite hard, right? It gapped down and dipped another like 4%. That's a 30-cent dip. So I wanted to try and catch a rebound. But all these candles, even though there's a lot of buying as shown with the long bottom tails, it means that the buyers actually bought the prices and maintained it around 790. Even with these 2 big candles, there was not enough buyers to instantly push it back up here. So I could expect the bounce to be very weak, and it was very weak. But I managed to catch a small bite off it lah. So it's not too bad, but honestly, I should not repeat trades like this. You should not take trades that do not bounce well. And the next trade I took was another textbook breakout. If you've watched my strategy, this is a textbook breakout. But obviously, this area, this big dip here, which broke the consolidation a bit, made me a bit uncomfortable with the pattern, because I explained earlier that the people who bought on this blue line, those who bought all the way from the bottom, they will be looking to sell because the stock is really so extended, right? They've caught this much profit already. So a lot of people will be expecting to sell it off here. But then I gave the condition that if there's enough buyers to maintain the selling, and then you can pop back up to the day high again, then it could be a good breakout. And it so happened, you can see the momentum build up around here, the consolidation, small consolidation, a lot of buyers here not allowing the sellers to break the wall, break the support, and it just pushed up. So we caught a nice breakout trade here, although we couldn't enter in full size because the liquidity on Heng Yuan is just not ideal. I can't buy and sell 300 lots here because each level has like 10 to 50 orders. There might be anomalies, like somebody put a huge buy order here and a huge sell order here, but generally, if you can see, most of the price levels have very, very thin orders, so I can't go in with my full 300 to 500 lots. Because if I try to sell, candles like this will happen. If I try to sell, I will clear 5 price points at one go. So I decided to enter at about 20% of my size, so 100 lots instead of 500 lots. It's just catch a nice bonus trade lah, you know. A gain is still a gain. So those are the 2 main trades that I took today. For the rest of the day, I'll be looking at these two counters, Serba Dynamic. It's forming a nice breakout pattern here with a nice consolidation. If you can maintain this line, if it breaks down here, I'm just gonna forget about it. If not, I'm looking for it to push back up to day high, 2.09, 2 ringgit and 9 cents. That will be my entry. Let's check the liquidity. The liquidity is really nice on this stock. You can see that Serba Dynamic, there's just a lot of shares on each level. Good and bad thing. Good thing is there was enough supply for me to buy and sell into. The bad thing is you need 2 million ringgit just to clear one price point. So we will need a lot of buyers to be entering the stock after us to push the stock up for us. but at the same time, it'll be easy for us to enter and exit. And the next stock that I'm looking at is Captech, because it just appeared on, well, it did appear on my screen earlier with a lot of volume, a lot of volume, very strong extension, maybe a bit too extended already, but if it can build the same breakout pattern, right, then I might look for an entry as well. IOI, last one that I'm going to look at. The stocks like these that slowly grind up through the day, I don't really bother, because there's just no clear sign of momentum, you know. When you are trading momentum, it's very easy to see when to sell, right? I mean, look at this. You know that this is where the momentum stops, and this is where you should sell. But for stocks that slowly grind up throughout the day, you don't know where you should sell, right? Because like right here, should you sell here? Should you sell here? Oh, you know, because the stock will slowly keep grinding up, so you don't know when to capitalize your profits. So I'm not gonna look at Petron. Pinta and Solution, again, slowly grinding up, so I might keep an eye on it. If it can make a big move, I'll catch the second wave of it. But for now, it's just, I'm not gonna bother trying to catch those that slowly grind up. Supermax, glove stocks, don't even bother anymore. Volume is dead. Eng Yuan, if it can form consolidation and push up again, there might be a chance for a second entry. 656 is the day high. So is it breaking all-time highs? Nope. Oh my god, it hit 20 bucks when? In 2017. Okay. So thanks to all who tune into the stream. If you haven't liked already, please help me hit the like button below. Takes a few seconds, helps me a lot. Gives me motivation to stream every morning. I should play my disclaimer so that you know that trading is a risky thing to do. You should not follow exactly what I do blindly. Please go and study my strategy. I have a few videos on my channel so that you can fully understand how to trade it and why it works, instead of just waiting for the stream to try to replicate my buy and sell, because the stream has like a 30-second delay. So by the time you see me buy, the price is probably already moved. So please understand that trading is very risky, and even though you see that I make a few thousand here and there, you should understand that there are streaks of losses as well. So I can go like 10 to 15 trades, 10 to 15 like losses in a row, and if you don't have a proper understanding of the strategy, you will probably tilt and lose everything in that process of 15 losses. So please understand the strategy and slowly practice in a simulator, in paper trading. TradingView has paper trading. And make sure you are fully confident before you start putting any money in. Okay? So thanks for tuning in. Probably going to stream again tomorrow, so I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning.